What makes it amazing is just like it's all support. No one ever like lets you down.
The greatest service you can do is to recognize your children's strengths and their weaknesses. Play to their strengths and assist them in those weaknesses.
If a parent feels surrounded by support and understanding, they start to see their child for who they are. And that's our goal. They're in a place where they're going to be pushed, they're going to be challenged, they're going to be worked with, but they're going to be accepted and loved.
Being on the board of a couple of different schools, I'm able to see firsthand how these types of challenges can affect not only the child, but the parents and the family.
What you want to do is bring mothers together, because the worst thing that can happen to a mom of a child with special needs is to be segregated and to be alone. The community around it is so important. There's so much to be gained. The parents really need to connect.
My office sees a lot of emotion, lots of grief, where parents come in at an early stage and hope it's just something that their kid needs a little extra therapy for and they'll be just fine. And then they realize their kid's struggles aren't going away.
This is something which no matter what I do, I can't fix. And as a parent, to me, that's just like a dagger to the heart. I can't control this. I'm not in control of the disease progression. And a lot of my identity is my job, and when Lily wasn't typical, I couldn't go back to work full time. Had a couple of months where I couldn't function, I couldn't get out of bed.
Naomi's always been, to be honest, a joy for our family. In our home, you could not be able to tell that there's any issues. In a social situation or in a school situation, her anxiety kicks in and she's not able to function. Selective mutism is a acute form of anxiety. It's anxiety that gets to a point that the person that has selective mutism is not able to talk. This anxiety prevents her from showing who she really is. Beautiful, funny, smart girl. We tried many different things and we just didn't feel that they were helping. We had the impression that KCC was a place for people with severe physical and mental disabilities, and that wasn't the case with Naomi. We came and see the class. We decided to give it a try, and that was half a year ago. And if you look at my daughter today, this is the first time that we actually see, real progress. So we are very hopeful for that.
You have parents whose child doesn't have, a life-threatening or lifelong disorder. What do you say to a parent who's been told by every school in the city that they just can't accommodate their kid?
Every school is dealing with the lack of ability to give the resources that are needed. And these families have nowhere to turn.
Many people still had a very difficult time relating to the organization in a way of a resource and a space that could help children who are struggling with social, emotional, or mental health issues.
These children look typical and look like regular everyday children.
Ellie's been in KCC for the last 2 years and it's completely changed our life. He went from being completely nonverbal, and he started in September, and by November, my favorite story, he comes out with a cake for my birthday and he tells me, "Happy birthday, you mommy." And I start bawling like a baby. It was the best birthday gift ever. I couldn't even believe it. Like, my kid who wasn't saying anything for the first 3 years of his life was suddenly trying to talk to me. He's really just a different kid today, and we're really, really fortunate that we have had KCC involved.
We realized that we could fill this very important need in the community. Hold the parents' hands and help guide them and make sure that there isn't anyone in our community that feels like they don't have a place here.
KCC at all times made us feel comfortable. At all times made us feel like our child is a special child, not a special needs child, just a special child.
If you don't get something like this early, things spiral out of control very, very quickly. The children, once they feel alienated by their community, it's hard to bring them back in. KCC has all of those resources now, and what we need from the community is to build that even further.
If we together can help KCC grow to assist all of our children, and KCC can be there to help us, but we need to allow them to do that. We need to help them do that.